is that beliefs are very important. Then they are coming out of what you've been taught. They are coming out of what you're seeing. They are coming out of what you're hearing. Be very careful of what you are hearing, because it will begin to form things in you. Be very careful of what you are seeing, because it will begin to form things in you. Be very careful of what you are being taught, because it will begin to form things in you. There are things in you right now that has been formed out of what you've been taught. There are things in you that has been formed out of what you've been taught, and the things that you've been taught has shaped you to become the kind of person you are. Actually, the things that you've been taught from you the day you were born up until now have resulted into what you are right now. There are things that you are right now which are a result of what you've been taught as a person, which are a result of what you've been taught as a child. So be very conscious in terms of what you are taught. And the problem now also happens when you've got an ignorant church that is ignorant on Bible issues and that is ignorant in terms of handling scriptures. You find that we are being handed things that are not necessarily biblical, but we are handed personal limitations of a leader, and we run with that. So I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we go back to scripture and interpret scripture properly and generate out of scripture proper kingdom standing point views, beliefs, practices, and so on that are 100% biblical. It's very critically, very important. So we want to come into now the basic thing that I want to share about beliefs. So beliefs comes from your doctrine. Your doctrine is that which you are taught. Beliefs come from your doctrine. Your doctrine is that which you are being taught. You might be taught lies, you might be taught the truth. So we're not gonna get into the merits of that. And your beliefs are your foundations. Your beliefs are your foundations. Remember Psalms 11 verse 3, when the foundations are broken, what can the righteous do? When the beliefs are broken, what can the righteous do? When the beliefs are broken, what can the righteous receive? So what you receive, listen to me now, what you receive from God is going to be based on your beliefs or doctrines or theology. I want to say that again now. This is where apostles become very important and very handy and very useful. Why? Because apostles have been given the grace to deal with doctrinal matters and to handle, our beliefs, practices, and so on. Now, here is what is critical. If what you have been taught has been, lies all along, because some lies are ancient, some lies are generational, some lies have been taught from generation to generation, and there are people who have been taught lies generationally, and they've been living on lies, and they've believed lies, lived on lies, and then they found themselves in certain things right now. So when we are to reform them in the kingdom, we also need to look at their beliefs. We should not just be moving together without necessarily addressing the issue of beliefs. So beliefs are very critical. Beliefs are very